Have you ever noticed how the continents on a map seem to fit together like puzzle pieces? This intriguing observation has fascinated scientists and curious minds alike for centuries. The idea that the continents were once connected and have since drifted apart is not just a whimsical thought, but a well-supported scientific theory. This observation led scientists to develop the theory of continental drift. The concept was first proposed by Alfred Wegener in the early 20th century. Wegener, a meteorologist and geophysicist, noticed that the coastlines of continents like South America and Africa seemed to match up perfectly. This theory proposes that the continents weren't always in their current positions. Instead, they have been slowly moving over the Earth's surface for millions of years. Wegener's theory was initially met with skepticism, but over time more evidence has emerged to support his ideas. Instead, they were once joined together in a supercontinent called Pangaea. This massive landmass existed around 335 million years ago and began to break apart about 175 million years ago. The name Pangaea comes from the Greek words pan, meaning all, and Gaia, meaning earth. Over millions of years, this landmass slowly broke apart and drifted across the Earth's surface to form the continents we see today. The process of continental drift is driven by the movement of tectonic plates, which are large slabs of the Earth's lithosphere that float on the semi-fluid asthenosphere beneath them. This theory is supported by a growing body of evidence, including the matching coastlines of continents. For example, the eastern coastline of South America and the western coastline of Africa fit together almost like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, suggesting they were once joined. Similar fossil records found on different continents also support the theory. Fossils of the same species of plants and animals have been discovered on continents that are now widely separated by oceans, indicating that these continents were once connected. Geological formations that align across vast oceans provide further evidence. Mountain ranges and rock strata that match up on different continents suggest that these landmasses were once part of a single, larger landmass. Continental drift is a powerful reminder of the dynamic nature of our planet. The Earth's surface is not static, it is constantly changing and evolving. This movement has shaped the world we live in today, creating mountains, valleys, and other geological features. It shows that the Earth's surface is constantly changing and evolving over time. The movement of tectonic plates can cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the formation of new land masses, all of which have a profound impact on the planet's landscape and ecosystems. Understanding continental drift provides valuable insights into the distribution of life on Earth. The movement of continents has influenced the migration and evolution of species, leading to the rich biodiversity we see today. The formation of mountain ranges is another consequence of continental drift. When tectonic plates collide, they can push up the Earth's crust to form towering mountain ranges like the Himalayas and the Andes. The occurrence of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions is also linked to the movement of tectonic plates. These natural events are a reminder of the immense forces at work beneath the Earth's surface. It helps us comprehend the interconnectedness of geological processes and the vastness of geological time. The study of continental drift allows us to piece together the history of our planet and understand the forces that have shaped it over billions of years. Continental drift is a key concept in geology, and it continues to be an active area of research today. Scientists are constantly discovering new information about the mechanisms behind tectonic movements and their effects on the Earth's surface. As scientists delve deeper into the mechanisms and consequences of this phenomenon, they use advanced technology and methods to study the Earth's crust and mantle. This research not only helps us understand our planet's past, but also prepares us for future geological events. We gain a greater appreciation for the complexity and wonder of our planet's history. The story of continental drift is a testament to the ever-changing nature of the Earth and the incredible forces that have shaped it over time. The Bible, particularly the book of Genesis, offers intriguing accounts of the Earth's early history. These ancient texts provide a window into the beliefs and understandings of early civilizations, capturing their interpretations of the world's origins and the forces that shaped it. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, is especially rich with narratives that have fascinated scholars, theologians, and lay people alike for centuries. Genesis chapter 1 verses 9 and 10 describes God's command for the waters to gather in one place, allowing dry land to appear. This moment is depicted as a divine act of creation, a pivotal event that set the stage for the development of life on earth. The separation of land and water is not just a physical transformation, but a symbolic one, representing order emerging from chaos, allowing dry land to appear. This act of creation is fundamental to the biblical narrative, emphasizing the power and intentionality of the divine in shaping the world. The imagery of land emerging from water is powerful, evoking a sense of new beginnings and the birth of a habitable world. This separation of land and water is a fundamental event in the biblical creation narrative. It signifies the establishment of a structured and ordered world, ready to support life in its myriad forms. The diverse landscapes that emerge from this act of creation, from towering mountains to expansive plains, reflect the richness and variety of the natural world. It sets the stage for the emergence of life and the development of human civilization. The fertile lands that appeared provided the necessary resources for early human societies to thrive, leading to the establishment of agricultural practices and the growth of settlements. These early civilizations laid the foundations for the complex societies we know today. Further on in Genesis chapter 10 verse 25, we encounter a curious passage that speaks of the earth being divided during the time of Peleg. This verse has intrigued many, as it suggests a significant event that altered the earth's geography. The name Peleg itself, meaning division, hints at a momentous change that left a lasting impact on the world. The Bible states, 2 sons were born to Eber. One was named Peleg because in his time the earth was divided. His brother's name was Joktan. This brief but evocative passage has led to much speculation about the nature of this division. Was it a physical separation of land masses, a cultural or linguistic division among people, or perhaps both? This verse has sparked much debate and speculation among scholars and theologians. Some argue that it refers to a geological event, such as the splitting of continents or the formation of significant geographical features. Others suggest it might symbolize the dispersion of people and the diversification of languages and cultures. Some interpretations link this division to the Tower of Babel event, suggesting a geographical separation of people groups. The story of the Tower of Babel, where humanity's unified language was confounded and people were scattered across the earth, provides a compelling context for understanding Peleg's division. It represents a moment when human unity was disrupted, leading to the formation of distinct cultures and societies. Others propose a more literal interpretation, connecting it to a geological event like continental drift. The idea that the Earth's landmasses were once joined and later separated aligns with modern scientific theories of plate tectonics. This perspective suggests that the biblical account may reflect an ancient understanding of geological processes that shaped the planet's surface. While the exact nature of this division remains open to interpretation, it highlights the Bible's recognition of significant changes in Earth's geography throughout history. The text invites readers to consider the dynamic and ever-changing nature of the world, acknowledging that the planet has undergone profound transformations over time. The Bible's account of land and water divisions, particularly the division during Peleg's time, raises intriguing questions about the Earth's early history and the potential for significant geological events shaping our planet's surface. These narratives encourage us to explore the intersections between ancient texts and modern science, seeking to understand how early humans perceived and recorded the natural world. It encourages us to consider the Bible's historical narrative alongside scientific discoveries, seeking a harmonious understanding of Earth's dynamic past. By examining these ancient stories through the lens of contemporary knowledge, we can gain deeper insights into the history of our planet and the ways in which human beings have sought to make sense of their surroundings. The Tower of Babel, as recounted in Genesis chapter 11, is often cited as a potential explanation for the diversity of languages and cultures we see today. In this account, humanity, united by a common language, embarked on an ambitious project to build a tower that would reach the heavens. This act of pride and defiance against God resulted in divine intervention. God confused their language, creating a multitude of tongues that prevented them from understanding each other. This event led to the scattering of people across the earth, giving rise to different nations and languages, while the Tower of Babel story explains the origin of diverse languages and the dispersion of people groups. It's important to note that it doesn't explicitly mention continental separation. The focus of the Babel account is on the linguistic division and its consequences, not on a physical division of the continents. The text emphasizes the judgment on human pride and the resulting scattering of people based on their language groups. Therefore, while the Tower of Babel event holds cultural and linguistic significance, it's unlikely to be directly associated with the massive geological processes involved in continental drift. The account of Noah's flood, described in Genesis chapters 6 to 9, presents another compelling possibility for the timing of significant tectonic activity and potential continental drift. This ancient narrative, often viewed through a theological lens, also offers intriguing insights when considered from a geological perspective. The story begins with a divine warning to Noah about an impending deluge that would cover the entire earth, a cataclysmic event meant to cleanse the world of its pervasive wickedness and corruption. The Bible describes a global flood event initiated by God as a judgment upon a wicked and corrupt world. This flood was not just a heavy rain, but a monumental event that involved the opening of the fountains of the great deep and the windows of heaven, resulting in a deluge that lasted for 40 days and 40 nights. The sheer magnitude of this event suggests forces at play that were far beyond ordinary natural occurrences. This catastrophic flood, unlike any other in human history, reshaped the Earth's surface. The waters rose to cover even the highest mountains, and all living creatures outside Noah's Ark perished. The aftermath of such an event would have been nothing short of transformative, leaving a lasting impact on the planet's topography and ecosystems. The immense power and scale of this flood, as described in the Bible, suggest a period of intense geological upheaval. The breaking open of the fountains of the great deep implies significant tectonic activity, possibly involving the movement of the Earth's crust and the release of subterranean waters. This would have caused massive erosion, sediment displacement, and the formation of new geological features. The narrative describes the fountains of the great deep breaking open and the windows of heaven being opened, unleashing torrential rains upon the earth. This dual source of water from both below and above would have created unprecedented flooding conditions. The combination of these forces could have led to rapid changes in the Earth's surface, including the formation of new river valleys, lakes, and even seas. These descriptions point to massive tectonic and atmospheric disturbances. The opening of the fountains of the great deep suggests volcanic activity and seismic events, while the windows of heaven imply extreme weather patterns. Together, these phenomena would have created a volatile environment capable of triggering widespread geological transformations. Such extreme conditions could have triggered rapid continental drift, volcanic eruptions, and earthquakes on a global scale. The movement of tectonic plates, driven by the immense pressures and forces unleashed during the flood, could have caused continents to shift and separate at a much faster rate than currently observed. This period of intense geological activity would have been marked by the formation of new mountain ranges, the opening of rift valleys, and the creation of vast ocean basins. The immense pressure exerted by the floodwaters, combined with the shifting of tectonic plates, could have generated the forces needed to separate and move continents at a pace far exceeding current estimations. The rapid movement of land masses would have led to the collision and divergence of tectonic plates, resulting in significant geological formations and the alteration of the Earth's surface. The possibility of Noah's flood being a catalyst for accelerated continental drift aligns with the biblical timeline for the division of the earth during Peleg's time. According to Genesis, Peleg lived during a period when the earth was divided, which some scholars interpret as a reference to the separation of continents. This interpretation suggests that the floodwaters and subsequent geological activity played a crucial role in shaping the modern configuration of continents. This period, following the flood, could have witnessed the dramatic reshaping of the Earth's geography. The forces unleashed during the flood, combined with the ongoing movement of tectonic plates, would have continued to mold the planet's surface, creating the diverse landscapes we see today. From towering mountain ranges to expansive valleys, the The legacy of this ancient cataclysm can still be observed in the Earth's geological features.